Ladies and gentlemen, good day all. My name is Mukhtar Ali. Today we are going to look at the concept of biochemistry of love. First, I wanted us to understand love is a natural phenomenon. It's something that happens naturally, but sometimes also some conditions can lead to love. So, what is love? A love is a complex emotional experience influenced by various biochemical processes. So, love is influenced by many biological processes that are taking place in our body. And these biological or biochemical processes that are taking place in the body is what actually make us to fall in love. So understanding the biochemistry of love can shed light on human relationships and behaviors. That is why sometimes we need to understand this. We don't need to force ourselves to love for someone. And we don't need to force someone to love us because love is a natural phenomenon. We love because of various reasons. And those reasons are the ones that actually influence the natural phenomenon of biochemical processes that influence the love and loving processes. So in this presentation, we are going to explore the key hormones and the neurotransmitters that are involved in love. So first, we are going to look at the role of hormones in love. Hormones, of course, we know that hormones are chemical messengers. They are produced in one part of the body and then transported to their target organs in the blood. Like, for example, some of the hormones are produced are produced in the thyroid gland and then transported elsewhere and are carried out their physiological functions. So that is generally this description of hormones. They are endocrine. So when you said endocrine molecules, they are molecules that are produced in one part of the body, transported to their target organs for them to carry out their function. So hormones play a critical role in the emotion and physical aspect of love. So that is why if someone is in love with you, you can easily know that yes, someone is in love with you based on this hormonal control. Because sometimes love can be physical. It's something that can actually be seen from your partner. So the major key hormones are oxytocin and vasopressin. They are essential for bonding and attachment. So love is all about bonding and attachment. You will see that you will feel that you need to bond to someone. You need to attach yourself with someone. And that is to tell you that that person you are in love with. So these hormones are released during intimate moments, enhancing feelings of closeness. So once these hormones are produced in your body, you will have that intimate from you. And you will have that feelings of closeness. So it means that whenever, whenever you think that you love someone and there is not that intimate moment, there is not feelings of closeness, it means that there is no love. So now, uh, as I said, actually, these are some of the various organs in the body that involve in the productions of some neurotransmitters and the hormones. Like dopamine is not transmitted, it can be produced from hypothalamus. We have thymopoietin from thymus. We have renin erythropoietin from kidney. We have calcitonin or calcitriol. We have estrogens and progesterone produced from ovary and placenta. So these are some of the important organs where hormones are produced. In the pancreas, we have insulin, glucagon, and somatotropin. In the stomach, we have gastrin, ghrelin, the histamine, somatotropin, and neuropeptide Y. So generally, these are some of the description of organs where hormones are produced. So now, let's look at the role of oxytocin in love. Oxytocin is often referred to as the love hormones. Oxytocin is called a love hormones due to its role in social bonding. So it is released during hugging, kissing, and other forms of physical affection. So when you hug someone, you kiss someone, and at the same time, if there is a physical affection, this hormones is actually produced. And of course, the higher oxytocin levels are associated with strong emotional connection and trust. So that is why if you're in love with someone, that emotional connection and trust will be there because it's natural in love due to expression of this oxytocin. And the more you feel that you trust someone, the more you have that emotional connections, the more the oxytocin you produce. Meaning that the stronger the love you have to someone. So as we said, oxytocin actually is a love hormone, as we can see from this diagram that oxytocin plays an important role in reproduction, feelings of attraction, as well as bonding with our young. Like, for example, if you are bloodily related with someone, with your child, with brothers and sisters, you have that feelings of attraction and bonding. So you will have that. Like, for example, if you have a young baby, if you have a baby as a mother, there is connection between a baby and the mother. There is a connection between a baby and the father. So that connection that actually exists between parents, between parents, or between brothers and sisters is due to this oxytocin. So big oxytocin release happened during sex, childbirth, and breastfeeding. You see, during sex, that affection, that emotional connection, the feelings, the attractions that come during sex is what actually leads to the release of this oxytocin. Childbirth, or post during childbirth and labor, these hormones also help in contraction and relaxation of the uterus. Breastfeeding. Generally, there is a strong connection between a child and a baby. In fact, sometimes parent can have a feelings even if their baby is not with them. This is because of the flow of milk. So if you have a baby and the baby is somewhere crying, because of this oxytocin, you may probably feel it because your milk, the milk in the breast would be flowing. And that is it tells you that the oxytocin is there. And it is that oxytocin that keeps this bonding. So oxytocin is thought to eliminate fear and also encourage trust between between lovers. So that is why in many cases you will find that trust between partners. So did you know oxytocin was the first polypeptide to be synthesized? Its synthetic version is known today as phyto- phytocin and is used in labor inductions. So now generally scientists was able to actually produce this oxytocin, synthesize it or produce it recombinantly to have the synthetic one and sell it in the pharmaceutical industry for labor inductions for safer delivery. So now, one thing that we need to understand what stimulates this oxytocin. Sex stimulates oxytocin. Nipple stimulation, safety also, chocolate, soft music, and massage. These are some of the key factors that contribute to oxytocin stimulation. So oxytocin released at birth and during breastfeeding helps contract the uterus and stop bleeding. So this is actually some of the important things that you need to understand with hormones. So it's a love hormones between partner, between brothers and sisters, between brother and his young ones or their young ones, between a child and the parent. All those love or all these loves that exist between individual is controlled by oxytocin, and that is why you call it love hormones. Then uh the next thing that we are going to look at is vasopressin. Vasopressin is known as the commitment hormones. Vasopressin is associated with long-term bonding and peer bonding in some species. So this hormones is very, very important, which influence behavior related to mate guarding and territoriality. So you see, if we love someone, we always try to actually commit ourselves to guard, to protect that of our partner. You will have the feeling of actually doing everything to make sure that you protect your partner. And this is controlled by vasopressin. So, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted you to understand, based on it, from these two hormones, you need to understand that that is why the level of love varies across partner. If you have four wives, the way you are going to have feelings in terms of their love, the way you are going to have feelings across them varies because it is a natural phenomenon that is controlled by the hormones. So vasopressin is the hormones that actually try to to help a partner to have a feeling of guarding, of protecting your mates. Research suggests that vasopressin levels might affect relationship satisfaction. So another one, dopamine. A dopamine actually is a pleasure chemical. So dopamine is a neurotransmitter that linked to pleasure and reward, playing a significant role in romantic love. The romantic love that we feel is due to dopamine. It makes us to actually have a pleasure from our partners. So it is released during romantic encounters, reinforcing feelings of desire and attraction. So this is the major functions of these hormones. And that is why, ladies and gentlemen, if you are in love with someone, all these hormones and the neurotransmitter, vasopressin, oxytocin, and dopamine will all be expressed. And that is actually what makes you to feel in love with someone. So the euphoric sensation associated with love can be attributed by heightened dopamine activity. So dopamine activity is what actually gives the sensation that is associated with love. So it is a neurotransmitter, meaning that it's a chemical that is produced by the brain to control the activities of the brain. Then serotonin, that is the mood stabilizer. Serotonin is crucial for mood regulation, and its level can fluctuate during the imputation phase of love. So that is why sometimes love change with time, because lower serotonin levels are often observed in individual experiencing intense romantic attraction. So this fluctuation can contribute to observed thought often associated with new love. So we need to understand that this serotonin is a mood stabilizer. It is a hormones that actually are crucial in controlling our mood. So that is why if you are in love with someone, we feel happy. We feel that we are in good mood. So this is actually due to secretion of serotonin. So serotonin, it is actually hormones that stabilize our mood. Then the next one is endorphin. That is natural painkillers. Dopamine is also a neurotransmitter which also promote feelings of pleasure and reduce stress. So that is why the pleasure we felt after sexual relationship with our partner, the pleasure we feel when we see our partner, the reduced stress we obtain after having sex, or after seeing your partner, it is controlled by endorphins. So they are released during physical intimacy, creating a sense of well-being and happiness. So that is why sometimes we felt happy and is actually due to the control of these, or it's due to activities of these endorphins. So see, we started with dopamine, sorry, we started for the neurotransmitters. We have endorphins here, we have serotonin, we have dopamines. So these are the three important neurotransmitters that actually help in controlling mood, the feelings, the pleasure, our mood. So then, so endorphins help strengthen emotional bond by alleviating feelings of anxiety and fear. So this is one of the major role of endorphins in love. Then the next thing is actually the brain's love, uh, the brain love circuitry. So we are done actually with the concept of hormones and trying to control hormones and neurotransmitters in love control. So we mentioned two hormones, oxytocin and serotonin, and three neurotransmitters, endorphins, dopamine, and serotonin. So the next thing is actually a brain love circuitry. Circuitry. The brain's reward system is activated during romantic love, with specific areas lighting off on scans. So that is why it is easy to know, or you can actually go in the developed countries to actually give you an idea whether someone is in love with you or not, based on this brain's love circuitry, because it lighten up on scans. And this system is only activated when you are in romantic love with someone. And these regions such as ventral tegmental area are crucial for feelings of passion and attraction. So this psychiatry helps explain the intense emotions and motivation associated with falling in love. So like, for example, in the dopamine pathway, the major functions of this dopamine pathway, we have a reward, which is motivation, although this brain's love circuitry also have additional function. The brain reward cycle also is an area that help or that involve in the release of those three neurotransmitters that are involved in controlling the love relationship. So the dopamine pathway, the functions include reward, that is motivation, the pleasure, motor function, compulsion, perseveration. None, of course, for the serotonin pathways, the functions includes mood, memory, processing, sleep, and cognition. So this is actually the major function of the brain's law psychiatry. So it is very, very important in actually controlling the love activities. It is only activated when you are in love with someone. So the next thing is love across the lifespan. So the biochemistry of love evolves throughout different stages of life, and relationships. So initial passionate love might or may transition into a more compassionate love characterized by stability. So understanding these changes can enhance relationship satisfaction and longevity. So we have various stages of love. The initial stage, the reality, the power struggle, finding yourself, the acceptance of each other, the mutual respects, love and understanding. So we have various stages of love, ranging from understanding ourselves, getting the partner, understanding yourself, the reality, the love, the power struggling, finding yourself, and then the acceptance of love. So these are the various stages of love. And then, of course, in conclusion, the science of love. So the biochemistry of love underscores the intricate connection between emotions and physiological responses. Insights into love's biochemical underpinnings can promote healthier relationships. So by acknowledging these biological factors, individuals can better navigate the complexities of love. So, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to say this very, very important. One thing that we need to understand, a love is a natural phenomenon. It is a natural phenomenon and it is controlled by our physiological processes, by hormones and the neurotransmitters. So we fall in love because of those chemicals are produced in our body toward our partner. So if you are not in love in someone, it's due to expressions of these or production of these biomolecules. So we should understand that we should not force ourselves to be loved. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for listening to this lecture. And if this is the first time you are coming, please try to subscribe to the YouTube channel. And I hope you enjoy the lecture. Thank you.